Alright, so your materials for this are going to be, you need a screwdriver to take the casing itself off of the phone, and I'm going to start this video assuming you've already done that, because there are plenty of videos out there that show you how to do that, and I am taping this with my phone, so I don't really have any way of showing you that. Some other things you're going to need are a heat gun. This is, I bought it at Harbor Freight for $7.99 with a coupon. It seemed to work fine for doing this. I would suggest some kind of heavy gloves just so you don't burn yourself, because believe it or not, the heat gun does get hot and it will burn you. These are some welding gloves, just anything, anything decently thick would work fine. Alright, so seeing as how I cannot find any videos on YouTube on how to just replace the back glass and not the casing here, I've already ordered my back glass because I didn't realize that you need the whole casing. So I'm going to attempt to just take the back glass off and replace it, and hopefully somebody can learn from this. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do here is I can see right here that this is the back of the glass here, because I can see the cracks through there. So my plan right now is I've got this heat gun that I picked up at Harbor Freight for, I believe it was $7.99, and I've been told that the adhesive that Apple uses is susceptible to heat. So I'm going to try to heat it up without melting the plastic and use that little screwdriver there to see if I can pry it off. Alright, so as you can see, after heating it up once and flipping it over and pushing some of that glass out, I am starting to have some luck. So I'm going to continue heating it up, and hopefully I can get the rest of the glass. Alright, so I've now heated it a couple more times here, and I'm starting to get most of it off. As you can see, if it makes a difference depending on where your screen is cracked, or the glass rather, there doesn't seem to be any adhesive down at the bottom, just kind of along the edges, but as far as I can tell right now, it's all in the middle. So that may or may not make a difference depending on where it's broken. Alright, so as you can see here, I've finally gotten all the glass off. I will say this heat gun, I was using it on the lowest setting, and it seemed to have plenty of heat, obviously. It didn't take a whole lot to get it loosened up. One thing to watch out for, I don't know if you can tell, but I have bent this cover slightly trying to pry it out, so the wider tool you can use, the better there. Alright, so now I've put the new glass on the casing, and it is still a little bent, but I'm hoping that if I heat it up and try to push it all back together, that the same adhesive that was already there is going to hold it in place. So just make sure when you put it back, it is directional. You need to get it with the camera hole at the top, and I've already put it on backwards and had to heat it up to get it back off. Alright, so the problem I'm having now, and I had to take the glass back off, is as you can see there's lots of adhesive in the middle, but none kind of on the edges on both sides. So since my case was bent a little bit, I tried to bend it back and it seems pretty straight, but just to be safe, I'm going to put a drop of super glue, hopefully a really small drop, right there and right there, and hopefully that will hold the edges of the case down and it'll lay flat. Alright, so here's the finished product. It may not be quite as good as new, but it's definitely a lot better than a cracked one. I did try to bend the casing back, and it worked and got it pretty straight, and so then all I had to do was I put the glass in there and then heated it up, and I have some welding gloves here because that's what I had, but anything heat resistant, you can just take it in your hand like that and squish it in together while it's still hot and hold it and let it cool, and it should cool and be stuck on there.